What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I just want to talk about LeBron James and Bronny James, man, and what's going on with them. I've been watching these preseason games, and I'm watching Bronny James, man, play, and he's the more the more you watch Bronny James play, it just seems like the more like Bronny James is not comfortable playing in the NBA because I think Bronny James realized that he's out of his element, he in above his head. Anytime you get on the court and you play with guys who are as good as these guys, and you getting time, you know, that you didn't earn, I think that kind of messes with his psyche, right? And then when you talk about LeBron James, they say he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks and stuff like that. And LeBron James, his career is winding down, right? And so once LeBron James, in my opinion, once LeBron James is out of the league, then Bronny James will be right behind him. And I think, like, I thought that LeBron James should have done his farewell tour this year, but maybe he's gonna come back next year. Maybe he'll do it next year in Cleveland somewhere, right? Which, if I'm Cleveland, I don't want LeBron James there because of the team. They got a good team, and I don't want him coming in and messing up that chemistry. So I thought that LeBron James should have maybe retired this year. Should have done his retirement tour, and basically, I think that the retirement tour will be a father-son retirement tour, because other than the spot that LeBron James has created for Bronny James, like Bronny James don't have a spot anywhere else in the league besides this spot. No, like there's no, like, like what Bronny James bring to the table. There's no team that need what he brings to the table. Um, He, I mean, he's not. They say he's a 3 and D guy, but he's not a 3 and D guy. He can't shoot, so he's not a 3-point shooter. He's not. He can't D anybody up. You see people taking him off the dribble. Um, you know, he don't know how to play defense. He don't know when to go over a pick or go under, depending on like who's going to receive the ball. He don't understand that concept. He don't understand floor spacing or anything like that. He's not a great distributor of the ball. So there's basically, like I said, there won't basically be any team that need like what Bronny James will bring to the table. So as soon as his father is out of the league, in my opinion, Bronny is going to be following right behind him. Now, some people say that LeBron James may try to hang out in the league so his other son, Bryce, will be able to play in the league. And if they allow that to happen in the NBA, for this guy to bring in two people, both his sons that are not qualified, then that's on them. It's the NBA's fault. It's not LeBron James' fault. It's not Bronny's fault. It's not Bryce's fault. If they allow LeBron James, I couldn't believe that they were allowing him to bring Bronny in. But if he's allowed to bring Bryce in, then this is crazy. This is crazy. Which I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, I'm hoping that it happened because that'll be, that to me that'll just be so funny, and it'll be content. Um, Now, whatever team you play for, like if LeBron James play for, let's say he is in Cleveland at the time, and then Bronny James, Cleveland decided to draft Bronny James, which I don't think will happen. But anyway, I just think that'll be just so much, that'll just be so funny. And I'm wondering, what do LeBron James have on people that allows him to do stuff like that, to bring in somebody who they know, or to draft his son knowing that these guys are not worthy of the position that they're being drafted in. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. He was able to get away with it one time. I don't think he'll be able to pull this off for a second, for a second time. But yeah, man, I'm ready for this retirement, this father son retirement tour to start, man. And I know Lakers fans are ready for this retirement tour to start because you want to get back to the business. If you're a Laker fan, you want to get back to the business of winning basketball games. You want to get back to the business of hanging championship banners, but you can't do that as long as you got LeBron James in there at 40 something years old in his 23rd year in the league. He really don't affect winning at all. Um, he good for content. He brings, attention to the league, but the Lakers in their own organization, they don't really need him for, to sell seats or for marketing purposes. They don't really need him. You're talking about Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most popular sports franchises in the country. You got the Lakers, you got the Celtics, you got the Yankees, you got the Cowboys, like that. Like the Los Angeles Lakers is in that. They are in that circle where when you talk about like one of the most popular franchises in sports, right? So they don't really need LeBron James for that. That's why I was surprised when they drafted Bronny James. It just surprised me when they drafted him. They allowed LeBron James to hijack and hijack their team like that. So and it's good that all this is coming to an end. Like I said, especially for Lakers fans, man. It is time to start the retirement tour. You got Bronny James probably averaging like about 7 points a game during the preseason. Dalton Knecht, man. I feel bad for Dalton because I like Dalton Knecht. When Dalton Knecht was at Tennessee, I like him. Very good basketball player. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, I think Dalton Knecht is better than the guy Austin Reeves. But he hasn't gotten that opportunity to really shine and develop like I think that he should. And so I think that when LeBron leaves, I think Dalton Knecht, if he's still with the Lakers, I think Dalton Knecht will really he'll step his game up. I know Dalton Knecht probably was upset when the Lakers brought him back last year after they traded him. That kind of probably, in my opinion, that probably kind of messed with his confidence too. Um, knowing that you're on the trading block and that you're expendable, right? But can you imagine working like you play um, high school ball, you play AAU ball, you play college ball, and if you don't connect everywhere you went, you earn your spot on a team. You earn your playing time, you earn your spot on a team. And so you're used to that situation. You're used to the situation being like that, whereas though, all right, if you play hard, you work hard, then you get rewarded with starting. You get rewarded with a lot of playing time, right? But it wasn't like that for Dalton Connect on the Lakers. He Bronny James a lot of times get more time in the game than Dalton Connect getting. And that's not cool. That gotta mess with his they probably gotta mess with him like psychologically, like, man, come on now. I earned this. I need to, I earned this the right to be on the court. He was drafted way before Bronny. And then here you go, you gotta sit backseat to somebody who is not qualified, man. That gotta be, in my opinion, that's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating for you to be, somebody like Dalton Connect sitting behind Bronny James. And the only reason why Bronny James is there is because of his father. His father is the somehow, like I don't know if he had pictures of somebody. I don't know if he caught somebody in a compromising position, but this is messed up for Dalton Connect. It's messed up. And also, what was the guy name? Quincy Oliveira, it was messed up for him too. You know, he could have been on the Lakers squad, helping the Lakers out, you know, helping Luka out. But they got Bronny in there, man. This whole situation to me is just crazy. But that's my take on it. Like I said, I'm ready for this father-son retirement tour to start. And I know Lakers fans are ready for it. But y'all make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.